Just hit this button. We are good to go. Borino with you on this wonderful, what's today? Wednesday, right? On Wednesday, if you're watching it live, for all friends on YouTube, Facebook, good to have you. If you're watching on replay, good to have you anyway. I'm glad you're watching. This is going to be good information, practical tips, practical advice. I have some cool gear here behind me. If you can see that, let me just turn this off. There you go. I got some cameras. We're going to talk about video. We're going to talk about gear. We're going to talk about, that's the camera. Okay, I need to make sure I'm talking to the right camera. We're going to talk about how to make easy, simple, cool videos with nothing but your smartphone. How to get comfortable in front of the camera, what gear you need, 3 mistakes you need to avoid, and how to get your name, your face out there. How to connect with people who right now are sitting at home, who need certainty, who have questions, who don't know who to trust, what to do. And we're going to talk about video being the vehicle, being the tool that will give them that certainty. They will start building the trust and connection between you and your viewership, your audience, whether it's your friends, your relatives, your past clients, people who've never heard of you before, people who are contemplating move, people who've done business with you before, all of that. Everybody, and this is important, friends, everybody can be a potential client or they know somebody. And right now, when we are under such restricted conditions, video is one of the best methods to communicate, to get your name out there, get your face out there, get your message out there, show that you want to contribute, you care, you want to help people, and make money. All right? So post any questions, let me know how I can help you. Anything that they would like to know. Hey, Shante, nice to see you. All right. So, everybody good? Audio good? Video good? Yes? Can you give me thumbs up? Fantastic. Okie dokie. Just want to make sure we have the audio and video feed set up right. Bear with me just a second. All right. Everything looking good on your end? You know, when we do these multicasts where we send it to several channels sometimes. All right. All right, good. Shoshanta says she can see me now. Everybody is good. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So, let's get you started. So tell me, guys. First, a question for you. You know video is here. You know video is not just some kind of a fad for the future. It's not just some kind of fashionable thing that some agents should do. It needs to be part of your marketing arsenal. Years ago, now this is how far I go. This is how far back I go when I started in real estate. We had a gentleman in our office, let's call him Jim. Older guy, decent agent. I mean, he worked hard and he did a few deals. This was when multiple listing was coming online. Yeah, that's how far back I'm going. That's when I got my license first. And my little cubicle was right next to the office where all the terminals were. And these, mind you, are the black and white. It wasn't a black and white, it was black and orange. Anybody remember that? Anybody here as long as real estate as me? So I was right next to it. We have those old dot matrix printers. I mean, it's ancient. Now you probably see them in a museum. But this is how it all started. Before, you know, we just had the books. Remember the books? Got your fingers dirty. Hated those things. So MLS was coming online. And as youngings, we were all excited. We were like, this is going to be great. This is going to make our life easier, more information, faster, up to the minute, because the books were printed every 10 days. It took forever to get accurate information. That's if the agent was smart enough to even get a picture of the property. Now, that was a postage stamp. So we got the terminals, and after some training, some of us got it pretty quickly, although I'm not very technical. I'm not very technical savvy, but my man Jim, I could always tell he was trying to get information because I could hear him grumble on the terminal. Oh, this password doesn't work. And how do you do the search and do it? Now, this was before we had fancy mice and all that. It was all commands with the keyboard. So it was a little bit of a challenge. But I think what Jim hated was not just the MLS being available online. I think what he hated, it was the change. The rapid pace at which our industry was evolving, he was uncomfortable with. He was scared of it because he saw better agents, not necessarily better agents, but agents better with technology, better with the tools, passing him by. And I think something similar is happening now. There are still many agents out there who don't want to accept the fact that the business is changing. It's still a people business. But now you must have these tools at your disposal, video being one of the biggest ones, to communicate, to get you out there, to show people this is who I am, this is what I stand for, here's how I help my clients, and this is why I'm your best choice. And you can do all of that without being salesy, without spending a lot of money on complicated camera systems, apps. You don't need any of that. I mean, I have tens of thousands of dollars of equipment here. The camera I'm watching alone is about $2,000. Don't need that. I'll show you in just a moment that you really don't need it. Some of these things come helpful, and I'll show you what those are. But other than that, you don't need it. You need a mindset seeing this as a tremendous opportunity, especially now where it's so hard to see people face to face. And if they do see you, half of your face is covered. So having video in your tools, in your toolbox, can be a great method to communicate, to remind people, to excite them, to bring them that certainty that they need, to bring that peace of mind that everybody's looking for, and to give them a little bit of entertainment, to educate them, and to guide them. And through this process, to position yourself as the authority, as the expert, someone who can be trusted, who knows what they're talking about. That's what we're going to focus on. That is the purpose of the video. It's here, it's powerful, it absolutely should be something you're doing. And now, if you're not doing it, see, being in this business for so many years, I had the privilege to train over 100,000 of you. We hit about $100,000 agents mark. So I see certain patterns. And it's agents who don't like doing video is because A, they say, well, I don't like the way I look on camera. Is that you? Is that possible? Some of you? Some say, well, I don't know what to talk about. Maybe that's something you feel uncomfortable with. Some are intimidated by the technology. These are all valid reasons why people don't do them. But all of these can be overcome with a little bit of information, some skill, and some basic tools. Every single one of you can produce videos. Now, we're not talking one of those glitzy, flashy, spinning logos, 3D, music, television level videos. You don't need those. The stuff I teach you and the graduates of the video bootcamp, which, by the way, I think you should join us. I think you should go for it. I'll put the link here if you haven't signed up yet. It's a really good class. That's what you're going to be working on. And by the time the class is done, we're starting next Monday, you will have 21 videos completed. And through this process, not only will you be getting your message out there, because these will be actual deployed videos, but you will learn these skills. You will learn the ability to talk to the camera, to deliver short 2, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute messages, to show it to the right audience, to get the response you're looking for, to engage them in a conversation. That is all doable. Yes? So I'll address today how you can be comfortable on camera, how to start that process of being cool and having a good time and talking to the invisible people who are be watching it. We're going to talk about 3 mistakes that people make with video. I'm going to show you the simple tools you should have in your arsenal. Plus, I discovered a really cool new one that you probably have never heard me talk about. I am not getting paid by any of these folks or any of these products. This is not a paid endorsement or anything. This is really the invitation to the video bootcamp. And I promised you I was going to invite you. So let me change this real quick. It is not Fizborino. It is Real Estate videoplus.com. All right, so come join us. Do check it out. It's a good class. Done. Very good. So let's get started. Where should we start? Let's start with the simple gear, and then we go into getting comfortable. Then we talk about the mistakes, and I'll give you some tips you can deploy right now. So here behind me, I have a few things, and I'll show you. First, let me show you the stuff you don't need. You don't need any fancy gear. You really don't need any fancy camera. This is the latest one I started using. This is a Sony ZV-1. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a really good camera. I really enjoy working on it and making videos on it. It's very portable. It has a very nice image stabilization. You can shoot really nice and crisp videos on it. And what I like the most, that you can connect an audio, you can connect a microphone. This is a Rode Pro, Video Pro. This setup with this controller is about $1,000, give or take. The camera itself is about $700, this is $200, and this is about $140, this control. Now, if you have the budget for it, go for it. You can make nice videos with it, but you don't need it. It is not necessary. I'll show you the most important piece of equipment right here. Right here. Smartphone. You can make incredibly good, engaging, interesting videos just on your smartphone. You already carry it in your pocket. Majority of them, especially the newer ones, if you bought it within the last 2-3 years, are absolutely suitable and very well equipped to make good videos. No question about it. Now, there are 2 things that you want to add to that smartphone to make better videos. And that has to do with the mistakes we're going to talk about as well. So might as well combine it. Mistake number 1, and this is a technical issue that people run into when it comes to video, is a bad sound, bad audio. Have you ever watched a video like you on YouTube and something looks really interesting, but there's a wind going and you can't hear what they're saying, or they're too far from the camera? Has that ever happened? And you just bail. Most people do. One of the biggest mistakes from a technical standpoint is poor audio. So I'm going to show you a $20 solution to that. This is a little lavalier microphone, similar to what I wear right now. Now I have a Sennheiser. These are expensive wireless microphones. You don't need that. You really don't. This is a one by a company named Power the Wise. Power the Wise. They're about $20, $25. They come in a little pouch. And this is what you get. You get two pieces. This is an extension cord if you want to be a little further from making your videos. Now make sure yours is compatible with your phone. There's a slightly different version for Android than an iPhone. It has a little adapter that you plug into your phone, plug it in there, and you're in business. Now I know certain phones may have little tweaks that you need to do. I am on iOS. This is simple, plug in, and it's ready to go. I clip it on. Now I have good quality audio. Now I can put a little muffler on it that comes with it, a little sponge, so if it's windy, especially if you're making videos outside, and I'll show you how you can do that, you clip it on, you have a good audio, you can deliver your message, and you're well heard. Get one of these. This is one of the best $25 investments you're gonna make to make good videos, okay? Power device, I mean, there's a whole bunch of them on Amazon. I got this on Amazon, works very well. 25 bucks. The second thing I recommend you get is one of those little tripods. One of these little guys. Now this is a high-end called Joby, and the reason I like this one is because it can carry heavier cameras, like some of my cameras are bigger. But for iPhone, the smaller sibling of this works just fine. Now here's the cool thing. You can use it as a selfie stick. You can use it so I can pop it somewhere, right here, and now I can make a video. You can put it on the hood of the car, you can wrap it around a branch, you can put it on the furniture, anywhere. Stabilize your shots, make nice videos. Get one of these. It's called Joby. Okay? The last thing I'm going to show you, and again, this is about $25, $30, is a selfie stick. There's about a million of them out there. The reason I like this one and this brand is called Fujitech. Fujitech is because it has a remote. See right here, it's a detachable remote that I charge that allows me to turn my recording on and off. Now, the second reason I like this one, this is separate, of course, the holder, but I can extend it. Let me show you on this camera. See how I can extend it? So if I need to position myself a little further from the shot, I can do it with this, or I can just collapse it back. This is also good for taking pictures. You want to take a nice selfie with your family or in front of the property. Absolutely great, light, portable, very easy to use selfie stick. Okay? You're in business. That's all you need. That's all you really need. A selfie stick, a lavalier microphone, lav mic, and you're shooting. Now let me show you a piece of gear I discovered recently that I really like. See this little gizmo? Watch this. Check this out. Let me get it in focus. There you go. It's a little stand. It's a little stand. Now here's what's cool about it. It comes in like this. See that? It's like a credit card. Now when you're ready to use it, you twist this and you flip. See that? And it becomes a little tripod, a little holder for your phone. Like this. See that? So now, let me detach my phone. I can put it on the furniture, stand in front of it, and make a video. I can put it on the hood of the car. I can place it anywhere. It tilts, so you can change the angle. You can go landscape or portrait, and you can flip it around, depending on the angle. So if I'm posting it, if I put it right here in front of me, I can put it this way. Isn't that cool? So this one, the name of the company, let me read it right. It's called Pocket-Tripod. Pocket-Tripod. It's 35 bucks. You can just carry it around in your wallet. If you need to take a selfie, a picture, again, you're at the property, you want to take a picture with a client, you want to just be out there, do some social media or making videos, this little thing is absolutely incredible. It's super light, durable plastic that I like very much. All right. That, my friends, is all you need. That is all you need. As far as equipment, you don't need anything else. Now, there are a couple of apps that we're going to go over in the boot camp to edit your videos if you want to. But there are a lot of videos, especially at the beginning, we're going to work on videos that's just a single take. that is just a single take. With these little tools, you can make a video, talk to the camera. Now, we'll address what do I talk about and how do I get comfortable. Is it helpful so far? Are you guys enjoying it so far? Yes? Give me some likes if this is good information for you. I want to make sure you walk away feeling I can do this. Not only I can do it, it's necessity. In 2021, there will be agents who will grasp the idea that 2020 is over, things have to change. And one of the things you need to change is how you perceive, how you get your message out. It's good that you prospect, that's one-on-one communication. It's good that you go door to door, that you do open houses, that you do online marketing, that you do Facebook. All of that matters. But with video, not only can you send a very personal communication to somebody as an attachment or through a service like BombBomb, but you can make a video like many of my students, and you guys are, some of you maybe are here, are graduates of the bootcamp. You post one video that gets viewed by 1,000, 1,500 people. We've had instances like that. So one message gets received by a big audience. That's where you hit. Don't need that, because even at 200-300 views, which is possible, is viewed by people who now care about you, who connect with you, who start noticing who you are, what you do, how to get in touch with you, and that you can be trusted, that you can help people. Does that make sense? So it is a phenomenal way of communicating. So now, how do you get more confident, more comfortable on camera? I still have a video I posted many years ago. It's one of the first ones. I don't want to bore you and embarrass myself posting it here, but it's still somewhere on the interwebs. It was done on a very old MacBook Pro using nothing but a webcam, where I was sitting in front of the webcam. I had little notes on the screen of the computer, and I was just talking to the camera. Being an immigrant, you know, I'm from Czechoslovakia. I was born in Czechoslovakia. I always had a little bit of an issue around my accent, and not because I tried to hide the fact that I'm an immigrant. I don't want to hide. How do you hide this crazy accent? But I always wanted to make sure that I can express myself and communicate clearly so people understand me, and that was an issue at the beginning. So not just being able to prospect, but being able to get on camera and present myself as an authority and real estate expert was a real challenge. And I was very, very nervous at first, and I was insecure about it, and I struggled with it. So if you don't feel 100% confident, don't think that what you see now, this guy who loves talking to his people, which I do, honestly, this is like one of my favorite things to do is coach you guys, was a progress. And at the beginning I was nervous, I was insecure, and it was bad. And I was willing to be bad because I knew through this process I can become better. So let me help you real quick. I'm going to give you 5 strategies that helped me. My background, the process I went through and all that got me to this point. Let me accelerate that for you so you don't have to go through trial and error. Here is a strategy number 1. When you start making videos, use the second most important button on your phone. The first most important button is the record button. Use it. Record videos. Don't get swayed by the thoughts, by the feelings, by opinions, by your fears and any of that. Get the message out there. Most important button you're going to hit is record. The second most important button that you're going to work with is delete. Because if you don't like the take, if the video really sucks, which in many cases, be careful. You know who's going to be your worst critic? You know who? You will. Everybody else will enjoy your videos. Everybody else will say, hey, that's great. I'm glad we connected. I'm glad I know you're in real estate. How many of you have ever lost a business because somebody didn't know or didn't trust you? Now you can fix that. So don't be the worst critic. People appreciate the videos more than you do. Now that's fine. We're going to work through that. So the second button you have is delete button. If I do a video, I don't like the take, delete. Try it again. Don't do it over and over and over and over and over. Give yourself, I follow the rule of 3. Take 3 is as far as I'll go. Take 3. 1, 2, 3. Delete, delete, go. Because here is what I can tell you. Video 1 will be different from video 5. Video 5 will be different from video 10. Video 10 will be different from video 20, and so on and so on. It's a progress. Just like when you learn to play a piano, just like you learn a sport, you learn how to drive, swim, ski, sing, all of that is process. And through this process, you follow progress. Make sense? So, video 1, record. Get more comfortable. If you're not comfortable, delete. Second rule I'm going to give you. Here's a strategy I used very early on. I pretended, and sometimes I would even ask a good friend, hey, hold the camera for me. Would you please record a little video for me? Now, this is back then when we actually had cameras. I actually have an old one. You want to see it? This is an old Sony HG10. This bad boy goes way back with me. So hand the camera, not like this, your phone obviously these days, but look at this. This is like history. Hand him the camera. I said, please hold it for me. I want to record. Now don't talk to the phone. Don't talk to the lens. Talk to your friend. Several things will happen. You will relax more. Notice your body will change a little. And it will give your tone more conversational feel. That makes the video way better. Okay? So that's strategy number 2. Talk to a friend. Now, after a while, you're going to get a hang of it and you're going to use the camera as your friend. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking into the lens, or I can switch it to this lens. And what I imagine behind you is thousands of you guys watching this, taking notes, being excited, thinking, I'm going to make video. 2021 will be the year where I'm going to make some changes, and making these videos will be one of them. Okay, so that's rule number 2. Talk to a friend. Pretend you talk to a friend. Here is strategy number 3 to get you more comfortable, more confident on camera. Use your physiology. Notice how I've done thousands of these trainings here on Facebook, on YouTube, thousands of videos. You never see me sitting down. I have a fancy chair. I never use it. Why? Because my physiology helps me stay enthusiastic and passionate. It helps me feel more grounded. It gives me better breathing. I can use my hands. I can talk. That's why having one of these, the tripods, will help you, because you can express yourself better. You steady the shot and you can use your physiology. So use your physiology before you start making videos. Like before I go live with you guys, I use a little like an exercise to get grounded, to get my breathing right, to feel centered. Use your physiology to feel more grounded and confident. Okay? Here's the next one. Smile. 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 Nobody wants to see some sourpuss, some grumpy, some angry, some dark video of some agent who takes everything so seriously. Especially these days where there's so much doom and gloom going on. Having somebody who's pleasant, who's smiling, who has a good time, who enjoys communicating with his audience makes a huge difference. Not to mention, neurobiologically, you will feel better. You will feel more optimism, more enthusiasm if you just add a little smile once in a while. And it's pleasant to watch because it sends the message, I feel good, I like talking with you, I like what I do. I can be trusted. Make sense? Is that helpful? So smile. Next one, practice. Practice. Get in front of the camera, do a little take, and then watch. And then analyze. Do I make too many oohs and ahs and pauses? You can fix that. What else? Am I having a good eye contact? Is my body language relaxed or am I stiff? Fix that. So a little bit of practice. And the last one is, don't worry about perfection. There is no such thing. Even during this broadcast, we've been on for what, 20 minutes or so? I already screwed up a few things. Like I hit the wrong button, look at the wrong camera, do whatever. It's a progress. So don't worry about perfection. There is no such thing. There is no such thing. Go for progress. Just keep making more videos. Commit to communicating to your audience. Be willing to be uncomfortable. Be willing to push your boundaries. Be willing to try something new. And if you want my help, I would love to teach you. I've become good at teaching people this stuff. Why? Because we strip the complexities of it and make it simple. Make it into these baby steps. Every day during the bootcamp, you'll receive a lesson from me. That lesson is about 15-minute video, give or take, with some good information, and then a homework. So you're going to spend 15 minutes watching and maybe 10 minutes shooting a video. Done. But the beauty of this process is that we're going to do it over and over and over. We're going to be anchoring you being confident. We're going to anchor you being the authority, speaking with authority to the camera about something interesting, something that resonates with your audience, something that people will pause and go, interesting. Let me hear more. And based on that, people will reach out to you. They start a conversation with you. They start communicating. And some you will convert. Or they will send you a referral. That's how the process works. And the beautiful thing is, a few years ago, something like this would cost a lot of money, tons of equipment, probably a crew. Now, until recently, we had a full-time videographer who was following Hannah and I around with the camera. We don't need that anymore. The tools have become so sophisticated. The quality of the equipment is so incredible these days. And the ability to do a live broadcast like I'm doing right now is so easy. Everybody will get the message across. Now, here's the danger. If you don't jump on this, somebody else will. And if that somebody else, and this is not fear-mongering, this is just a reality, if somebody else will start positioning themselves in the minds of their viewers as the expert, as the authority, as the kind, helpful agent who can be trusted, it's much harder for you later to wedge yourself in there, in their mind, if somebody else already occupies it. That's my invitation, is do it now. Besides, we're going to come right up to the holidays. Perfect time to learn this. Perfect time. You will have probably decorations. You can talk about your family. You can talk about your memories for Christmas. You can talk about holidays. You can talk about plans for New Year. There are tons of great topics we're going to explore to make your message relevant, interesting, engaging, and powerful enough for people to respond. I timed this right. You just have to trust me. So go to realestatevideoplus.com. Here it is. Sign up for it. It's only $100. Normally these boot camps, you know my boot camps, they're from $500 to about $1,500. This one's $100. I said, fuck it, just make it affordable so that people come. I want a big group. We're going to do some cool stuff, and we're going to get your message out there. My expectation for you is to get these videos out, get viewership, expand your reach, and get business. That's why we're going to do it. Está bien? All right. Some good questions. Let's look at that. Is it good so far? All right, here we go. Karen has a good question. What about the light? Very good question, Karen. In most scenarios, if you have enough ambient light, natural light, you're good to go. If anything, the problem I see sometimes in videos is too much sun. It becomes too bright, too washed out. If you're shooting in interior, most of these cameras, especially I just got the new iPhone 12 Pro Max Grand something, is incredible. It's an incredible piece of machinery. It really is a very sophisticated video equipment that just happens to make phone calls. That's really what we've come down to. But if you want to experiment a little, let me show you something. There is one light that I recommend, especially if you're going to be shooting indoor, and especially if you want the videos to look a little better. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, here we go, what I see now. Can you see? This is what I'm looking at, by the way. This is one of the camera, this is the second camera. Okay, watch this light right here. This is called a ring light. There are several sizes. This is an 18-inch ring light. They're about $80 or so. Get one of those. You're going to place the camera right in the middle here. There's a little connector right here that you can slide the camera. It's called a hot shoe attachment, cold shoe attachment. You're going to slide it in there. Ring light might be a good way to go. Okay? That will make your videos look better. It really produces a very nice light, ring light. Now, if you want to get super fancy, you can get one of these bad boys. These are huge, by the way. All right? Is that helpful, Karen? Did I answer your question? Okay. All right. So, Shanta says, good stuff. Really enjoying it. Hey, Derek, good to see you. Vlogmas is a great start. I started on the 2nd. Excellent. Good. Start with doing this stuff. Okay, so we talked about how to get comfortable. Now let's zero in on the mistakes that agents make. Okay? Hold on, let me swap a battery. I'm getting a signal here that the battery is low, so I'm gonna swap it. Bear with me, guys. We've been doing so many broadcasts and videos and lives that I go through these batteries very quickly. So let's switch to all right, so just switched batteries. Okay, talk about mistakes. Check your batteries before you go live. We've been doing so many lives and so many videos that I burn through these suckers. See, I have to swap these. Okay, 3 mistakes to watch for. Mistake number 1, we talked about bad audio. Easy fix. If you're shooting indoor, In most instances, when you put your phone in the holder here, especially if it's a newer phone, this distance, something like this, so if I'm here and you would be shooting like this, is good enough. So let me show you the shot, what it would look like on the actual video. I'm in a selfie mode on video. So this is what you're looking at. Upside down. So this is what you're looking at, okay? This distance, that's good enough for audio. So you will not need a microphone for this distance on the inside. Now, if you start moving around or if you turn away even slightly from the camera, the audio will drop. If you're outside, traffic noise, airplanes, cars, winds, all of that can ruin a good video. So be very mindful. That's why the microphone is so helpful. Pay attention to your audio. If people cannot hear what you have to say, they will tune out. You're going to lose them. Problem number 2 with videos. So number 1 is audio. Problem number 2, their videos are boring. They're boring. See, there is no such thing as video that's too long. There's only video that's boring, where the message is just too boring. So you have to avoid topics that are too salesy, topics that don't resonate with your audience, and deliver it in a way that makes it drag out. That's too much. So how do you know if the video is interesting? The best way to do it, record it, play it back. Now what I normally do, is, especially if it's a more elaborate video, is I run it by my kids and by my wife. I want to get their opinion because I have 2 teenagers upstairs. If I can hold an attention of 2 teenagers for 5 minutes on a video, I'm doing something right. So make sure your topic is interesting, make sure delivery makes sense, and make sure it's delivered in a time span where the audience will go, oh, this is cool, this is interesting. So number 2, the videos are boring. Number 3, they're salesy. They're salesy. The agent tries to sell too much, themselves, the property, or something else. Nobody wants to be sold. The purpose of these videos is not to sell. The purpose is to build trust, build connection, let the world know who you are, let them know what you do, start building a relationship so we can start a conversation. The selling will come later. The selling will come through your selling process. The selling will come once it's established that these people want to do something. But at the beginning, usually they will have questions. They will have concerns, especially these days. Is it safe to sell a house? Will you find me another house? How do we go about moving? How do we go about selling and still remain safe? These are the kind of questions that people have. You address those, then you can take over the conversation and start presenting yourself, qualifying them, and sell them on the idea, and then sell them on yourself. Does it make sense? Don't try too soon. Those are the mistakes. Now, there are many others, but these 3 are most frequent ones. Because, friends, although I'm very passionate and very optimistic, and I say every agent should be making videos, and many already are, there's a flip side to that. A bad video can ruin your reputation, can damage your relationship, can cause harm. If it's too salesy, if it's boring, if it's repetitive, or here's another mistake agents make. They don't make enough of them. They think 1 or 2 will get the job done. You repeat, you repeat. That's why I teach you how to do it quickly as a system with your smartphone. Because there, you don't need other people. There, you don't need complicated software. You don't need apps. You can do it very, very quickly, and it becomes just part of what you do. Because if you start showing up on social media, if you start posting on your personal Facebook page, business Facebook page, in certain groups, on YouTube, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, if you start flooding these channels with your presence, people start paying attention. They start noticing as, wait a second, that face looks familiar. Wait a second, if I have a question about real estate, I remember Karen, I remember Shantae, I remember John, I remember Derek. It is through the repetition they start recognizing your face, your voice, and more importantly, your positioning as someone who can answer questions for them. And you notice that some of the videos you post, you're going to get a bunch. You're going to get a bunch of engagement, which is what you want. The purpose of these is to create conversations, to start or continue conversations. There's a second part to it, and that's one-on-one videos. That's what we're going to work on as well. How you can use your phone to send as a text message or as an email a one-on-one communication, way more powerful than just some silly, simple text or an email, where instead of just reading, you convey emotion. Like right now, what I'm teaching you right now. I could do this another way. I wrote a book on it. You could read it in my book. I have a book on real estate video. I could write an email. There are other methods where I can deliver this, but the impact would be less interesting, less engaging. Why? Because there is no emotion, there is no voice, there is no body language, there is no visual element to it. You can only do that through video. That's why video has such a compelling power. That's why we're so fascinated by movie stars and celebrities. It's because we've been conditioned through this box, first television and now video, to connect, to engage, to pay attention to. People will pay attention to you with repetition. Okay? Is that helpful? Now, all right, just want to make sure I answered your questions. Good. So friends, come join the bootcamp. Let me give you the URL again. Would love to have you. We're starting on Monday. It's only $100. We stripped all the excuses. You cannot make it about money and you cannot make it about time. If you have 15, 20 minutes a day, you can do this. You know, the hardest thing for me is not to convince you to take the class. The hardest thing, even though we covered today how to get comfortable on camera, how to find topics to talk about, and you can talk about plenty of other things. You will have over 100 topics as part of the bootcamp. I will give you a list of 100 things to talk about on videos, on these short 2, 3, 4, 5 minute videos. The hardest thing is for you to accept you can do this, and you're worthy of the success, and you're worthy of the clients, and you're worthy of the commissions. You have what it takes. It's just a matter of skills. It's just a matter of building certain skills. Now, the cool thing is a lot of the stuff that we're going to work on as far as the video, you will transition somewhere else. You will use in your presentations, in your communication. It's all part of the same package, because if you feel good and confident and competent on the inside, it's going to show up everywhere, not just in your videos. So come join us. We're starting Monday. The registration is closing on Sunday because we need to get started. You're going to get the first lesson on Monday. I'm really excited teaching you this. With these simple tools, few good ideas, some repetition, some practice, you can reach people who either didn't know you were in real estate. If you ever lost a business over another agent, even though you thought, well, he's a close friend or she's my close relative. Sometimes it's because they don't know you're in business, but very often it's they do know. They just haven't reached that level of trust. And having these kind of tools like good videos where you come across as authority, who knows business, who knows how to help people, who knows what he or she's talking about, can be the tipping point. So don't let your drunken monkey talk you out of it. It's not about time, 15, 20 minutes a day. And in 3 weeks, you know exactly how to do it, how to publish good videos. It's not about the money. Come on, it's $100. Plus a 60-day money-back guarantee. It is not about learning this stuff. You will see on that page, if you go to Real Estate Video Plus, you will see a whole bunch of testimonials from people who are getting listings, who are connecting with clients, who are getting a bunch of views. I've been privileged to coach you for many, many years, and one of my strengths, you and I probably met on video. I mean, Jesus, right now you're watching a video. How is that for a proof? I have 600 videos on YouTube, and many of my great clients and friends, many of you have come through YouTube. So the proof is there. If you do a little research, you're going to notice that there are agents in your area, there are teams in your area, and there are super agents in your area doing video on a regular basis. You got to keep up. So just like my man Jim, who was in the back office complaining about the MLS, don't be that. Get on with it. And what you discover is once you get in front of the camera, the first video is always the toughest. But once you get the hang of it, once you do first few, it's going to be a second nature. And you're going to be like some of my students who produce 3, 4, 5 videos a day, a week. A day would be too much, but a week. 3, 4 good videos. Now, not all of them will get thousands of views. You don't need that. But they create a consistent presence. It would be like having a billboard by a busy highway where people drive and constantly see your face and see the picture of you and see your name. It's the same thing. The good thing is, what comes out of this big mess we're in is there's huge demand for content. People are stuck at home, people need distraction, people look for answers, so you have a great opportunity to communicate with them, to connect with them. And this kind of tool, this kind of ability that you have available right now, it'd be crazy to miss. It'd be crazy not to use it if it's there. Especially, it costs zero. To record a video, $0. To post a video to Facebook, $0. You don't need to run any ads. You don't need to do any of that. To post it to YouTube, $0. To get your video linked on LinkedIn, $0. To get it on Instagram, $0. And guess what? That's where people are. That's where people are right now. That's where you are right now. And remember, a lot of the stuff you like to do is educate yourself, entertain, look for stuff to get better at something. People do as well. Where do you think they will turn to if they have real estate questions, neighborhood questions, pricing questions, COVID, real estate related questions? Many of them will be searching online. Nobody has Encyclopedia Britannica anymore. Remember those? Like 30 volumes. We don't need that. It's on their fingertips right now. What if you pop up in their feed? What if you can connect with them? What if you can resonate? What if you are the one who they're looking for? And through video, and I will teach you exactly how to do that. We can architect all this. It's totally doable. Okay? So come join me. Would love to have you on board. realestatevideoplus.com is the URL. Would love to teach you. Any questions? Ask me. Before we call it a day, what is the biggest issue with video? What's holding you back? Something that we haven't covered or something I did cover? Or you're just determined, you signed up, you're ready to go? Share with me. Sean. All right, Sean says, the best lesson I ever heard, I can now shoot video for anyone about anything. You absolutely can, Sean. You totally can shoot a video. And whether it's one-on-one videos, they have their place and they're very powerful. Imagine you grab your smartphone, you have, let's say, an expired listing. And you grab your phone and says, hey, Jim, this is Borino with ABC Real Estate. I saw your property on 1234 Oak Street and I noticed it didn't sell. And I was really surprised. It's a phenomenal property, beautiful house. That was really shocking to me. Would you still like to sell for the right price, for the right buyer shows up and offers you something you would be happy with? Let me know. Text me back and let's talk. It's Borino with ABC Real Estate. Boom, down. And I can send it. I can send it either as an email attachment, I can send it as a text message to a client. Now imagine the impact that would have instead of just some words typed up. That's what everybody else is doing. In this market, if you want to do better than everybody else, you have to do better than everybody else. You have to stand out. And if you are, like we are here, I am just outside of Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia, very competitive market. Very tough market. With listings hard to get, with agents competing for listings, often discounting the commission, it is precisely these kind of details and these kind of tools that help agents stand out. And I see it in my area too. There are already 3-4 agents who do very well in my area, who do good videos and who produce them on a regular basis. And that's probably the same in your neighborhood, in your area. Don't be left behind. You can totally do this. All right? Shanta has a question. Outdoor videos are best. Natural lighting is the best lighting. Totally agree. Outdoors are the best when you can. But with the winter quickly approaching, sometimes you don't have a choice. So change locations. Like you notice that some of my videos I shoot in our kitchen, in the house, some right here in my office, in my studio. Some I do in our living room, some I do in front of the house, in the car. Keep it interesting because people will burn out if it's very much the same, if it's repetitive. Like even in my studio, notice that sometimes we reverse it. You know how some of the videos I shoot against the whiteboard? Shooting this way so I can write on the whiteboard, it's just a different setting. Sometimes I reverse it. I have even this cool lava lamp that we didn't heat up properly. Did you know that takes like 2 hours to heat up? I didn't know that. I just thought it was pretty cool. So I like to change it up. So change it up as well. You can also do a video, just grab a phone, stand in front of a new listing. Doesn't even have to be your listing. Now, if it is, that's fantastic, but it doesn't have to be. You grab your phone, put it on a selfie stick and says, hey, I'm in front of 1234 Oak Street. This new property just came on the market. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with a lovely living room and a beautiful pool in the backyard. Are you on the market? Have you thought about buying a house? This may be the perfect dream house. If you'd like to know more about it, please reach out. Post in the comments or direct message me right here below this video. Thank you very much. It's Borino with ABC Real Estate. Done. You can do new sales. You can do upcoming open house. You can do a whole bunch of these little videos. There's plenty of topics and there's plenty of content, there's plenty of ideas you can explore in your content. And we'll work on a bunch of it during the bootcamp. You will get every day a different topic, every day a different theme on which you're going to be making these little videos. But this can be one of them. Good idea? Yeah? Kat says the hardest part is getting good content. There are 104 topics that come in the bootcamp that I want you to go down and explore. But here is another avenue you can take to come up with a good content. Rather than trying to figure out what to sell, what to say, step back and position yourself as someone who is considering moving this year. What questions would they have? Some may be COVID related, some may be real estate related, financing. Will the interest rates go up, go down? Are the prices going up? What about sellers who are thinking about moving? Maybe they're stuck in their home and now because both spouses work out of the house and they have kids at home, they need more space. But are they concerned? Do you have clients who are concerned who say, well, we would like to sell and get something bigger, but how do we find a bigger house? The market seems to be really hot. Is it difficult to find a house? Can you make a video on it? Can you demonstrate to potential sellers? I understand that many sellers are concerned these days. How do I find another house? We would like to move, we just don't know where. Well, I have 10 strategies at the disposal to help you find what we call an off-market properties. And I do this as an exclusive service for my clients. If that's something you'd be curious about without any obligation, direct message me and I'll tell you more about it. Wouldn't that be an interesting video for somebody? Wouldn't you think that there are people out there who have this exact concern? Now tell me if you, right now, thinking, well, that's great, Borino, but where do I get 10 strategies? Glad you asked. As my special thank you, we're offering a special bonus for you guys. Consider it a Christmas gift from your coach, Borino. When you join the bootcamp, when you join the training, you will also get exclusive access, full access to what we call the Netflix of real estate. It's called the Listing University. And it's like a library of all kinds of training, strategies, interviews, what's working now. We have agents there who do 40, 50, 60, 100 listings a year. They break down their strategies, how they do it. There's a lot of training for myself, including a session I did recently, 10 methods to find off-market properties, how you can find the sellers, how to communicate with them, what methods to use. And some are traditional, some are kind of cutting-edge new stuff, to get these sellers, get these properties, and connect the clients you have with the sellers who need your help. So it comes with it. Okay? If you join us, Listing University is yours. You can binge on it, which I think right around Christmas, as everybody shuts down and we're going to take a few days break, might be a perfect opportunity for you to brush up on some skills, build some new systems, get the business in a new level that's going to be required and necessary for 2021. So go to realestatevideoplus.com and join us, and there's plenty of cool content there for you. All right. All this week, classes open to existing students. You mean these classes? Hold on, let me just make sure I understand what you're asking. So here's the URL again. Yeah. Hey, thank you for the love. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Shanta says this is good stuff. Christopher would like to know, here is the question, all this week classes open to existing students? Yes, these classes are open. Now, the way the bootcamp works is every day you're going to watch a little video, usually from like 15 to maybe 20 minutes. The longest one is 20 minutes. You get an email, here's the link, next lesson, new lesson posted. You're going to watch that, and then at the end of each lesson I will say, okay, today we're going to work on your, let's say, new property video. I'll walk you through it. We're going to put together a very simple bulleted outline so you know what to say, you know the sequence, you know, it's not a script. I never want you to memorize scripts. We never do scripts. But you will have a little outline so you know how to stay on track. You're going to record and post the video. We're going to have a private group, the Video Rockstars group, where you're going to post this video if you want our feedback. Plus, there'll be a weekly live Q&A session with me personally where I'll review your videos, give you some feedback, answer your questions, help you with whatever tools you need, systems you need help with, posting videos, getting more views, getting more traction online. So all of that is part of it. These lessons, we're going to wrap up the videos, boot camp at the end of December. It's 21 lessons. It's actually 18 lessons, 21 videos. When we wrap up, the entire program will stay up for at least 30 days. So you'll have minimum 30 days. If you want to go back, oh, I need to rewatch the lesson on how to post on YouTube. You can do that. Oh, I need to watch the video on how to send personal message to for sale by owners. You can do that. It's all going to be available for at least 30 days for you in the library. Okay? So that's there if you want to rewatch it. Some people like to go back and check out certain sessions. All right. The video class, I need content. Good, Christopher. There's plenty of content. We're going to work on the content. We're going to start with very simple so that you're comfortable on video. You are authentic. You speak as an authority. You don't come across as too strong, too scripted, too salesy, and you don't come as too needy, too soft, too weak. We're going to get you right in the middle. So first we're going to work on that, and then we're going to start building on it. We're going to give you all kinds of interesting content. I'm going to show you even resources where you can go and find topics that interest you and or you want to talk about. Or more importantly, you feel like my audience would be curious about that. We're doing just property videos or just the typical real estate videos. Interest rates today are at 3.2%. That's something I can look up online. I don't need a video to tell me that. But if you can tell me, what are the predictions? Without speculating, based on facts. Are the interests going to go up or down? Are the prices going up or down? How do people move these days? How do you protect them in this coronavirus crisis that we're going through? Is the market really good? One of the best videos you can record is, here you go. You go on camera and you say, here's the question I get asked probably more often than any other question. How is the real estate market? You're going to find out in this video. You roll a little bumper. I'll show you how to make a bumper. And then you make 3 points about the real estate market. What do people want to know? Are people moving? Are homes selling? What are the interest rates? Is there demand? Or are the prices going up, going down? You can quote some statistic, but you don't need to sound like an accountant. It's too boring. But give some facts, and then give your opinions, give your point of view on the topic. Wouldn't that be a cool video? And you can repeat this every 3-4 weeks. Give a little market, or even more often. People would enjoy it, but the difference between just quoting numbers and giving facts, that's boring. What you're going to is take that information and present it as insight. That's where your authority comes in, that's where your take comes in, that's where your expertise shows. Very different. Make sense? So people not only watch it because they need to know what the interest rates are, but what does that mean to them? How does that impact them? How does that impact people who are thinking about buying and selling in the next 6 months, 10 months, 12 months in 2021? Yeah? All right. So Christopher says, great suggestion. How do I sign up for the class? Mary Lee would like to know. It's right here. It's called realestatevideoplus.com. Mary Lee, just go to that URL. And there's a big button. Yes, sign me up. You're going to click it. It's $100. And you're in. Yeah? And then on Monday, you will get the first lesson. You will get an email from me. Hey, Merrily, great to have you in the class. Here's lesson number 1. Please watch it and then do the homework. And occasionally there may be a link. Hey, get this tripod. Or like I will give you links to some of these tools that I think you should get. It will make your video better and make your production easier. Make it more interesting. Okay? So that's, and then every day you're going to get either a lesson or once a week you're going to get an invitation to the Q&A session. These are, of course, recorded as well, so if you happen to miss the live Q&A session, you can watch it on a replay as well. But the best thing is to be there live so you can ask questions. Hey, I was doing this video and here's what happened, or I didn't know how to handle this, or I need help with that, or what do you think about this video? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? So we'll be kind, don't worry. This is not to shred you and to critique you, not Siskel and Ebert. Anybody remember Siskel and Ebert? 2 movie critics way back. Man, I'm just admitting how old I am with equipment and with references and all that stuff. But at least I have the scars and the gray hair to back up my expertise. I've been at it for a very long time. See, it's one thing to do good videos. There are plenty of people who do very good videos. But to be able to take somebody who is little hesitant about video, who maybe never done them, or you're doing them but you're just not happy with them, and to be able to take that someone and make them better within a span of 3 weeks, that's what my skill is. That's what I had to figure out. How can I not just do it well, but teach you? Help you to see that you really don't need talent. It's not about great looks. Because think about it. People tell me, I don't like the way I look on camera. Hey, I got a few extra COVID pounds here, right here. We all do. But the fact is, if somebody reaches out to you and says, Christopher, I want to sell my house, it's not like you're going to go to the gym for the next 48 hours and lose 20 pounds. This is who you are. So if you have a few extra pounds, those few extra pounds will show up at the appointment anyway. Those few wrinkles and gray hair and imperfections not only make you real, it make you authentic, it make you human. Because friends, trust me, nobody will list with you because of the way you look. Nobody lists with me. Nobody does. I mean, think about it. Would the quality of my training be impacted by the way I look? Oh, of course not. You're looking for good information, for guidance, or something that will help you make money. That's it. Whether I look fabulous, which I do, or not, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it helps, but it doesn't really matter. It is not a deciding factor. So don't be your worst critic. I don't sound right. I don't like the way I sound. I don't like the way I look. I don't like myself. Watch this. If you don't like yourself, how do you expect your prospects, your clients to like you? Something to think about. We'll get over it. I'll help you. Don't worry. I'll help you. Mindset is a big one in this game. Trusting yourself, feeling good about yourself, having the confidence. Because if you don't have the confidence in yourself, if you don't have the self-esteem to stand up and say, I know how to do this. I mean, think about it. What kind of coach would I be to come here and say, well, you know, I am pretty good at teaching video, and some of my students, you know, they make money, and it's okay. Just like, get the fuck out of here. That's not the kind of coach I want. I want somebody who's going to grab me and says, dude, come on, you got this. We can do this together. We can pull this shit off. It's going to be awesome. You're going to get clients. You're going to get business. You're going to feel good about doing it. Trust me, you would rather be on the phone for 4 hours, or would you rather stand in front of the phone for 10 minutes, record cool video? Now, I'm not saying this replaces prospecting. Hear me on this. This is not the magic pill. It's not like, dude, I don't have to prospect. I don't have to do shit. Borino said, all I have to do is videos. Doesn't work that way, obviously. But it needs to be in that damn toolbox. That's why my company logo has been for the last 20-some years, the toolbox. Because you got to have these tools, good communication, knowing how to present. Still, you need to prospect and follow up and lead generate. But you're going to discover that having good videos will make prospecting easier, lead generation easier, and follow up better. Because now you're going to have more organic, authentic connection with people who you communicate with. You with me? That's the beauty of it. That's why it's so powerful. All right. Christopher, you are right, my good sir. It is a smoking deal, isn't it? I wanted to make it like, and I tell you, and I've got those emails. I've seen those comments. You people say, well, $100, how good can that course be? That was my biggest fear. Because I know the content very well. I've taught it many times. That is the biggest fear I have, that you go, $100, that can't be good. I had my man, we had a Hollywood producer. He's a television and film producer turned real estate agent. Take the course. And he said, dude, I was excited because you both teach real estate and video at the same time. That's very rare. You have people who know video well, don't know shit about real estate, who try to teach you this stuff. Or you have people who know plenty about real estate, they try to teach you real estate video stuff. But very seldom we get somebody who can do both. Anyway, my man Tom Lowe took the course, great guy. He's up in Seattle, great agent, doing really well. Loved it. There is a video testimonial on that page. If you scroll down, you go to realestatevideoplus.com, you scroll down, watch out, Tom is there. Check out his testimonial. I mean, this is a guy who produced movies, who produced television, and not just some B-roll shit, but some good stuff. Who now is in real estate, took the class, loved it. Not to brag, but to show you that I need to deliver as your coach, and I need to do it with confidence. But you know what it is? I have confidence in you. That's what it is. I know I can take almost anybody, almost, and make them really good at this stuff. All I require from you is you got to do your part. You got to do your work. We can't do these videos for you. But there are other classes, other schools, I know. But they will teach you scripts. They will teach you need to invest hundreds of dollars in equipment. Don't need to do any of that. Don't need to do any of that. Not necessary. You can down the road if you want. But if all you got is your phone, we're in business. We're ready to go. So come join us. All right. Good? Are we good? Great video training. Take the courses, Derek. You took it, Derek, right? That was awesome. Good class. realestatevideoplus.com is the URL. All right, my friends. We spent over an hour teaching this stuff. I mean, I can stay here for way longer than that, but then I would teach the whole damn class here. And who would stay through that? That would not be good. But we are starting Monday, so if you're thinking about it, jump on it now. You have my word, you have my promise. I will not let you down. You will enjoy the class, you will get lots of value out of it. If you just study, watch the short little videos, and do a little bit of work that is required, you will be better. Things will change in 2021. Because for those who think I'm just going to do same old, they're going to get smacked hard. Things are changing. The market is changing. The consumers are changing. I mean, you notice it. And a lot of these changes we at the beginning thought were temporary. Not so much. So we got to keep up. And this is one of those tools that will help you stand out. All right? So join us, realestatevideoplus.com. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for hanging out here with me today. We're going to have another live session tomorrow. And then the bootcamp is starting. I'll see you all in the class on Monday. Have a fantastic rest of the day. My name is Borino. I'll see you in the bootcamp next week. Go to realestatevideoplus.com. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Let's go get him. Ciao.